Hello friends, in this video tutorial, we are going to learn how to log in into website by using Google account with Codeigniter framework. Nowadays, most of users have Google account, so if your website can provide feature of login with Google account, then user can directly log in into website without register into your website. Most of the website use Google Authenticate API for login using Google account, because it will easy to integrate in our website, and powerful way to verify user login details, while login into our website using Google account. So, in this tutorial, we will explain you how to implement login with Google Open Authentication with Codeigniter framework. Now let's start discussing this topic. So this is our Codeigniter chat database, and here we have chat user table, with table column like user ID, login ID, first name, last name, email address, profile picture, created at and updated at. When user has been logged in our website, using Google account, then user data will be stored in this table, if user login at first time, but if user login in our website using Google account, then only that user data will be updated. So here user do not want to register on our website, then can directly login into our website by using Google account. For make login with Google account, so first we have to register our application on Google Developer Console website. So first, we have go login into our Google account. After login into Google account, we have go to console.developers.google.com URL. From this URL we can get Google API Credential for login using Google account. Here first we want to create new project, so we have click on create project link here. After this, here first we want to define project name, so here we have enter web's lesson demo, and click on create button. After click on create button, here we can see project with name web's lesson demo has been created, which we can see on web page. Now we have click on logo of Google API, and then we have go to home page of Google API console. Now we want to select our newly created project, so we have click here, and here we have select our project with name web's lesson demo. Next we have click on Open Authenticate Consent screen menu. After click on this link, here new page has been load. Here we have select external option and click on create button. Here in application name field, we have enter web's lesson demo and click on save button. Now we have click on credential link from left menu. After click on save button, web page redirect to this credential web page. So we have click on create credential button. And here we have select Open Authenticate Client ID menu, and here page has redirect to new web page. Here we can see different application type option, so here we have select web application option. After select this option, here we can see all form field has been enabled, and here in name field we have enter web's lesson demo. Next, we want to define redirect URL. Here we can define redirect link, on which after login into Google account, then web page will be redirect to this link. So here we have defined this link. Lastly, we have click on create button. After click on create button, our credential is ready. So we have to copy this credential like client ID and client secret key. So, this way we can generate API key for make login using Google account. Now we have proceed for download Google API PHP client library. For this, we have open command prompt and go to Codeigniter framework library folder. Here first we have run composer command. Here we will use composer for download Google PHP client library. After this, we have write command like composer required Google/API client 2.0. This command will download library in Codeigniter library folder. So, this way we can download Google PHP client library. This process will take some time for download library. Now we have proceed for login with Google. So this is our Codeigniter framework folder. In this library folder, we have download Google client library. In Codeigniter framework, first we have open config folder, and here we have open autoload.php file. Here we have to $autoload libraries variable, and here we have defined database and session library. So, it will load both library automatically. After this, we have open config.php file, and here in $config base URL variable, we have defined base URL of this Codeigniter application. Next we want to make database connection, so we have open database.php file, and here we have define property like host name set to localhost, username set to root, password set to blank value, and database name set to Codeigniter chat. Now we have proceed for coding. So here we have already make Google login.php in controller folder, Google login model.php in model folder, and Google login.php in view folder. First we have open Google login.php in controller folder, and here we have write construct magic function. This function will be called if object of this class has been created. Under this function, we have write parent class, with construct method. It will execute parent class construct function. Next we have write $this, with load object, with model method, and under this, we have write Google login model. It will load Google login model class here. So we can use method of this class here. Now we have created login function. Under this function, we have write include one statement, with apppath.libraries folder name, /vendor folder /autoload.php. Here we have used Google API PHP client library directly under controller method. Below this, we want to create client request to access Google API. So here we have write $Google client variable is equal to new Google client class. After this, we want to set client ID. So here we have write $Google client variable is equal to set client ID method, and under this we have defined client ID, which we have G at the time of creating Google API Credential. Now we want set client secret key. For this here we have write $Google client variable with set client secret method, and under this, we have defined Google API secret key. Next, we want to define redirect URL. So here we have write $Google client variable with set redirect URI method, and under this we have write define redirect URL, which we have defined at the time of creating Google API Credential. Now we want to add scope for access Google API. For this here we have write $Google client variable with add scope method, and under this we have write email. Same for get profile data. Here we have write $Google client variable with add scope method, and under this we have write profile. So, here our code is ready for client request to access Google API. After this, we want to authenticate code from Google Open Authentication flow. For this we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write a set function with $get code variable. If this condition true, that means this page has received authenticate code from Google Open Authentication flow. Under this block, we have write $token variable is equal to $Google client variable with fetch access token with auth code method. Under this method, we have write $get code variable. This method will attempt to exchange a code for valid authentication token. After this, we have again write if statement, and under condition we have write a set function with $token error variable. This condition will check, is there any error occur, while get authenticate code token. If this condition true, that means there is no any error occur in getting token. Next we want to set access token. So here we have write $Google client variable with set access token method, and under this, we have write $token access token variable. After this, we want to give access to Google user. For this, here we have write this with session object, with set user data method, with two argument. In first argument, we have write access token as session variable name. In session data argument, we have write $token access token variable. It will store this data in session variable. So Google user can access our application all pages based on value of this session access token variable. Now we have write $Google service variable is equal to new Google service open authentication to class with object like $Google client variable. Here we have create new object for get user profile data. For get Google user profile data, we have write $data variable is equal to $Google service variable with user info with get method. It will return Google user profile data like email, name, profile image detail. Below this, we have write current data time variable is equal to date function, and under this we have defined date and time format. Next we want to check login user data is already stored in our database or not. For this, here we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write $this with Google login model with is already register method. Under this method, we have write $data ID variable. If this condition true, that means user data is already stored in our database, and it will execute if block of code for update user data. But first we have go to Google login model class, and here we have make is already register method with $ID variable as argument. Under this block, we have write $this with database object with where method with two argument. In first argument we have write login ID, and in second argument we have write $ID variable. It will make where condition. Next, we have write $query variable is equal to with database object with get method, and under this we have write chat user table name. It will make select query and execute it. Now we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $query variable with num rows function value is greater than 0. Here num rows method will return number of rows affected after execute above query. If this condition true, then it will return true, otherwise it will execute else block and return false. Now we have go to Google login controller, and here we have go to if block of code, and here we have write $user data variable is equal to array. In first key, we have write first name table column name, and in value we have write $data give name variable. In second key, we have write last name table column name, and in value, we have write $data family name variable. In third key, we have write email address table column name, and in value, we have write $data email variable. In fourth key, we have write profile picture table column name, and in value, we have write $data picture variable. And in last key, we have write updated at table column name, and in value, we have write $current date time variable value. So here we have stored data in $user data variable in array format. Below this, we have write $this with Google login model with update user data method with two argument. In first argument, we have write $user data variable, and in second argument, we have write $data ID variable. This method will update user data. Now we have go to Google login model, and here we have make update user data method, with two argument like $data variable, and $ID variable. Under this, we have write $this with database object, with where method with two argument. In first argument we have write login ID, and in second argument we have write $ID variable. Next, we have write $this, with database object with update method, with two argument. In first argument, we have write chat user table name, and in second argument we have write $data variable. It will make update query, and execute update query, and it will update data in database. Now we have go to Google login controller, and here suppose user not found in our database, then it will execute else block of code, and here we have write $user data variable is equal to array. In first key, we have write login open authentication user ID table column name, and in value we have write $data ID variable. In second key, we have write first name table column name, and in value we have write $data give name variable. In third key, we have write last name table column name, and in value, we have write $data family name variable. In fourth key, we have write email address table column name, and in value, we have write $data email variable. In fifth key, we have write profile picture table column name, and in value, we have write $data picture variable. And in last key, we have write created at table column name, and in value, we have write $current date time variable value. So here we have store data in $user data variable in array format. Below this array, we have write $this, with Google login model, with insert user data method, and under this, we have write $user data variable. This method will insert user data in database. Now we have go to Google login model class, and here we have make insert user data method, with $data variable. Under this method, we have write $this, with database object, with insert method, with two argument. In first argument we have write table name chat user, and in second argument, we have write $data variable. This method will make insert query, and execute it, and it will insert data in chat user table. Now we have go to Google login.php file, and here we have write $this, with session object, with set user data method, with two argument. In first argument, we have write user data as session variable name, and in second argument, we have write $user data variable. It will store this array data in session variable, with name user data. Now here we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write not operator. After this, we have write $this, with session object, with user data method, and under this, we have write access token. This condition will be true if this access token variable value is not found in session. That means there is not any user has tried to log in with Google account. So, under this block we want to make Google login button. So, here we have write $login button variable is equal to anchor tag with ref is equal to $Google client variable with create auth URL method. This method will create URL to obtain user information. Under anchor text, we have write image tag with source is equal to image path. Here we have store Google login image in this asset folder. It will make URL for Google authorization. After this, we have write $data login button variable is equal to $login button variable. Below this, we have write $this with load object with view method with two argument. In first argument, we have write Google login view file name, and in second argument, we have write $data variable. Now we have go to Google login.php view file, and here we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write not operator with iset function. And under this function, we have write $login button variable. If this variable value is not set, then it will execute if block of code, otherwise it will execute else block of code. Suppose above condition false, then it will execute else block of code, and here we have write echo statement, with $login button variable value. But suppose above condition true, then it will execute if block of code, and here we have write $user data variable is equal to $this, with session object, with user data method. Under this method we have write user data. So here we have store session data under this $user data variable. First we want to display user profile image, so here we have write echo statement with image tag, and here we have write source is equal to $user data profile pc variable. It will display login user profile picture. Below this, we want to display first name and last name data, so here we have write echo statement, and under this, we have write name text with double colon. And here for display first name, here we have write $user first name variable, and for display last name, here we have write $user data last name variable. Same way for display email details. Here we have write echo statement with email text. And for display email here we have write $user data email address variable. After this, we want to make logout link. So here we have write echo statement. And here we have write anchor tag ref is equal to base URL function. After this, we have write Google login controller name /logout method. And in anchor text we have write logout. It will make logout link. Now we have go to Google login.php controller file, and here we have make logout method. Under this method, we have write $this with session object with unset user data method. Under this method, we have write access token. This method will remove session access token variable value. Same way we want to remove session user data variable value. So here we have write $this with session object with unset user data method, and under this we have write user data. After logout from system, for redirect page to login page, here we have write redirect method, and under this, we have write Google login controller /login method, so it will redirect page to login method of Google login controller. So here our code is ready. Now we have check output in browser. Friends, here in browser tab, we have enter base URL /Google login controller /login method. Then here on web page, we can see login with Google image on web page. Now we have click on image. After click on image, here page has been redirect to Google login page. So here we have enter Google login account details. After fill Google login details, we have click on login button. After click on button, here page has been redirect to localhost link, which we have defined redirect URL. Here on web page, we can see Google user profile details like profile image, user name, email address, and lastly we can see logout link for sign out from system. Here we have refresh web page. After refresh of page, here Google user details has not been removed. This is because we have store in session variable. So in system we can validate Google user with this session variable value. Now we have click on logout link. After click on logout link, page again redirect to login page, and here we can see image like login with Google on web page. Lastly, if you have any query or input regarding this video tutorial, please comment your query or input in comment box. Or if you like this video tutorial, please share with your friends. Or even you can also share on social media also.